There's a reason this exact video is playing right now, in this exact moment of your day, and not 5 minutes ago or 5 minutes from now. Timing like this doesn't happen by accident. Something has been arranging itself behind the scenes of your life, and it just crossed a threshold that made this the moment you needed to see this. I want to tell you something most people never realize until years later, looking back. The seasons of your life that feel the most uneventful. The ones where nothing seems to be happening, where you're just going through the motions, waiting, wondering if you've been forgotten. Those are often the seasons where the most is actually happening. Not visibly, not in a way you could point to and say, here, this is where it's being built. But underneath the surface, in the place where preparation happens before revelation, something has been under construction. Here's the part almost no one tells you. You've been taught to look for God's hand in the breakthrough. In the moment the answer arrives, the door opens, the phone rings with the news you were waiting for. But that's not where He does His deepest work. His deepest work happens in the delay, in the waiting room, in the years that don't make sense yet. The breakthrough is just the unveiling. The actual building happened in silence, while you thought nothing was going on. Think about what that means for where you are right now. If you're in a season that feels stagnant, if you're wondering why nothing is moving, why the doors are staying shut, why the timeline you expected has quietly disappeared, that's not evidence that you've been forgotten. It's evidence that you're inside the part of the process no one shows you, the part before the reveal, the part that has to happen in the dark, because if you could see it, it wouldn't require faith, and faith is the very thing being formed in you right now. I need you to sit with this next thought because it's the one most people miss entirely. What if the thing being prepared for you was never the thing you were asking for? What if it's better and stranger and so far outside what you had planned that if someone described it to you today, you wouldn't recognize it as an answer to your prayers at all? This is the part that changes everything once you understand it. You've been praying for a specific door, a specific outcome, a specific version of resolution that your mind constructed because it's the only version you had the imagination for. But preparation doesn't work backward from your expectations. It works forward from a plan you were never shown the blueprint for, which means the very thing you've been overlooking, dismissing, or even resenting could be the raw material of what's coming. The conversation you thought was a waste of time, the closed door you're still grieving, the person who walked away, the delay that felt cruel. None of it was wasted. It was ingredient, not obstacle. Most people live their entire lives waiting for confirmation before they'll believe something good is coming. They want the sign first, the peace second. But it works the other way. The peace is the sign. If you have felt, even for a moment recently, an unexplainable calm in the middle of your chaos, a stillness that didn't come from anything changing on the outside, that stillness was not random. That was preparation announcing itself the only way it can before the reveal. Quietly, internally, felt before it's seen. Let me tell you what tends to happen right before something significant shifts. It rarely looks dramatic. It looks like a shift in your thinking before it looks like a shift in your circumstances. You start letting go of things you used to grip tightly. You stop needing to control outcomes the way you once did. You find yourself less anxious about timing, not because you've given up, but because something in you has quietly started trusting the process instead of demanding to see the finished product. If you've noticed that shift in yourself lately, even a small version of it, that is not coincidence. That is the early motion of something being finalized behind the curtain. Here's a piece of this that almost never gets said out loud because it's uncomfortable. Sometimes the preparation isn't about changing your situation. Sometimes it's about changing you enough that when the situation does change, you don't destroy it the way an earlier version of you would have. God is not only preparing the outcome, He is preparing the person who can carry it without being broken by it, without letting it inflate you, without losing yourself inside it. That's why some things take longer than they should by your calculations. Not because you're being punished with delay, but because you're being trusted with something that requires a stronger foundation than the one you currently have. He is building the foundation first, quietly, so that when the structure arrives, it doesn't collapse under its own weight. So when you feel like you're being passed over, like everyone else's timeline is moving and yours is frozen, understand what's actually happening. You are not frozen. You are being fortified. There is a difference between a life that is stuck and a life that is being reinforced before it's asked to hold something heavier than it's ever held before. From where you're standing, those two things can look identical. but only one of them is preparing you for what's next. I want you to do something right now, not because it's a trend, but because naming a thing changes your relationship to it. Go to the comments and write this. I don't know what it is yet, but I believe it's already being prepared for me. Not as a wish, as a statement of trust in a process you can't see the middle of yet. When you write it, you're not performing faith for an audience. You're making a declaration to yourself in a place where you'll see it again later, maybe on the exact day you need the reminder most. And if there's someone in your life right now who has stopped expecting anything good to happen to them, someone who has quietly given up on the idea that they're being prepared for anything at all, send this to them today, not tomorrow, today. Because sometimes the reminder that something is coming has to arrive through another person, at exactly the moment someone has run out of the ability to tell themselves. Here is what I want you to carry with you after this ends. What's coming for you was not shaped by your timeline. It was not limited by your imagination. It is not the small, familiar version of relief you've been picturing. It is something built specifically for the version of you that this season has been forming. Patient in a way you weren't before, steady in a way you weren't before, capable of holding more than you could have held a year ago. That version of you didn't exist yet when this all started, and the thing being prepared could not have been given to the person you were then. It had to wait for the person you are now. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not stuck in a season that means nothing. You are standing, right now, closer to the reveal than you have ever been. And you didn't even know it because preparation never announces itself before it's ready. It only announces itself once, and this might be that moment.